plucked a strange and beautiful flower. Why on earth did he reference a strange and beautiful flower? I believe his intention was to remind us that you had to be specific about why you were there. Not just kind of la la la, oh, it's really pretty here, I think I like it. Be really specific about why you're there. Maybe it's something you want, maybe it's a healing, maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's abundance, maybe it's simply the opportunity to serve, which is something I often ask for and pray for, and then it falls into my lap. Always. Because how many things are possible with God? I believe he gave us something tangible, strange. What makes a flower strange? John's answer will be different than my answer, which will be different than Ed's answer, will be different than Laurie's answer. What makes a flower strange? I don't know, something unique. A strange and beautiful flower. And every single one of us in this room, can you imagine what that means to us? What shape it is? What color it is? Perhaps you plucked it, so you actually feel it in your hand. And maybe you even smell it. See, if you're going to be selfish with your intention setting, and you really want that new car, you need to sit in the seat in this state of mind, and you need to smell the leather. Man, they have gotten my checkbook out so many times because of that leather smell. This is what it's about. Look at the steps. Sleep, block out the world. Dream, bring up the other waves, the creative intention-setting waves. Go to heaven, that perfect, wonderful, pure. You don't go into meditation planning the assassination of your neighbor's chihuahua.
You're funny.
You don't do that. It doesn't, spirit does not lend itself to that stuff. Sorry. You can't go into that space and dream about pushing your boss down the stairs at your lunch hour. No, spirit does not participate in those things. But spirit participates in a big way when you've gone to heaven and you're very, very specific about what it is you want. And what if, when you awoke, you held the flower in your hand? This is the summation of the whole concept of this. You have to actually see yourself owning it, holding it, that it has happened. You have to be in that space of gratitude as though anything and everything that you have asked for has already been given. If money is your challenge, and you're about to have your electricity turned off for non-payment the next day, I'm not suggesting it's easy to get into a place of gratitude about all the money that's about to come to you. I get it. Been there, done that. I got a whole box of t-shirts. But I'm telling you, you need to psych yourself with this method of getting into that space of tremendous gratitude for what is to be. And a miracle will present itself every single time. And I don't know what it looks like for you, but somebody does. Somebody for whom all things are possible. A lot of times I think I have a better idea of what God ought to do. And he says, listen, let me just straighten you right out. And I'm always in the place of gratitude for how he works in my life. I found a few writings about the dream state and the intention setting I want to share. From J.K. Rowling. You know who that is? Yeah, Harry Potter, right? Imagination is a uniquely human capacity to envision that which is not, and therefore the fount of all invention and innovation. In its arguably most transformative and revelatory capacity, let me try that again. In its arguably most transformative and revelatory capacity, it is the power. It is the power that enables us to empathize with humans whose experiences we have never shared. It flowed off my tongue so much easier this morning when I found it. It really did. But again, is she not pretty much endorsing what we just talked about? The mind is the limit. As long as the mind can envision the fact that you can do something, you can do it as long as you really believe 100%. Does that sound familiar? Faith of a mustard seed? As long as you do things with great faith, with great knowing, with the best of intentions. From Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's what he said that. He really did. I can't believe it. Dick Van Dyke, when you were a kid, you lay in the grass and watch the clouds going over, and you literally don't have a thought in your mind. It's purely meditation, and we lose that. Step one, what if you slept? He's right. That's from Dick Van Dyke, who knows a thing or two about dreaming and being a little kid and allowing that creative energy to just come alive. Meditation makes the entire nervous system go into a field of coherence. Deepak Chopra. He said that the entire nervous system go into a field of coherence. I've been getting a glimpse into how that feels, and I gotta tell you, it feels really good. I really encourage you to learn to do this. This is from a fundamentalist churchgoer. I chose it. I usually avoid those things because they scare me. But in this case, I realized how the same they are. And I prefer to spend time celebrating what we have in common than worrying about how we're different. One of the greatest attacks of the enemy. Now, see, I don't even like that. I don't like endorsing the enemy. So let's just treat instead of enemy as the devil or whatever that is. Enemy just being anything that would take you away from your source. Maybe it's a distraction. Maybe it's the phone call from work. Maybe it's a car wreck. Who knows what it is, right? But let's just look at that so-called enemy. Attacks of the enemy is to make you busy, to make you hurried, to make you noisy, to make you distracted, to fill the people of God and the church of God with so much noise and activity that there's no room for prayer. There's no room for being alone with God. And there's no room for silence. There's no room for meditation. Someone named Paul Washer. What he's saying is exactly the same. That would be the very traditional Christian church. It would be the same in Buddhism. It would be the same in Taoism. It would be the same in any version of our new thought. It's a terrible thing to get away from being able to simply be still and know. Facebook, cell phones, GPS. I almost said pagers, but I guess we're beyond that now. Whatever your telephone, your email, ding, 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 ding. So many distractions and ways to interrupt us from being in this space of being with God. Now, granted, we're never without God, but how often do we just sit and bask and really embrace that and hold ourselves there. I promise you it's not often enough for any of us. This fascinated me. Photography is an immediate reaction. Drawing is meditation. Oh, I related that to our thinking, right? You have a quick thought. That's like photography. But you really get in and you think about your intentions and your soul and your heart and your everything that it connects to, and then it's drawing. Photography is an immediate reaction, but drawing is a meditation. Meditation is to dive all the way within, beyond thought, to the source of thought and pure consciousness. It enlarges the container every time you transcend. When you come out refreshed, filled with energy and enthusiasm for life. We're learning that, and man, it's a good thing. Prayer is talking to God. Meditation is listening to God. I don't normally quote that guy. He really knows ass from his elbow, but in this case, it seemed like the right thing to do. Let's go over this again in closing. What if you slept? And what if in your sleep you dreamed? And what if in your dream you went to heaven? And there plucked a strange and beautiful flower.
Permission?
And what if, when you awoke, you held the flower in your hand? God is waiting to hand you the flower, whatever that flower is to you. All you need to do is go to heaven and pick it up. And I hope you do.